A number of years ago, I was rushed to the emergency room with intense lower back pain. It was quickly determined that I was trying to pass kidney stones, a very painful process. Once it was decided the stones were small enough to be passed, the doctors sent me home with a bottle of prescription painkillers. Over the next 2 weeks, when pain became very intense, I would take one painkiller. And as soon as I had taken the first one, I realized not only was the physical pain killed, but so was all emotional stress. There were no worries, there were no anxieties, there were no regrets about the past, no disappointments. I loved everybody and everybody loved me. And even while sitting in this drugged state of happiness, I said to myself, this is very unique and dangerous. I missed my anxieties and worries and my regrets and my disappointments. They're a part of the fabric of who I am as a human being and a part of who you are as a human being. They had given me about 20 pills over a 2-week period while the stones were passing. I used about 5 of them. And when the stones had come out of my system, there was no longer any need for these painkillers. I promptly, quickly, and safely disposed of them. But it did teach me this: how easy it would be to be addicted to these painkillers and others like them. So many, countless thousands of people are addicted to prescription medications because of that feeling of euphoria they're capable of giving. But it's a false euphoria. We need our anxieties and worries. My anxieties and worries prompt me to take action today so I won't have problems tomorrow. My regrets from the past, I think about a lot in order that I won't do anything regrettable today. These are a part of our human character and nature. And without them, we begin to lose who we are as unique individuals. Now, these painkillers and other drugs change the way our body functions and the way our brain works. After a while, someone who takes them over and over, their whole physiology is altered. They need to take these pills just to be normal. And it's a terrible burden. Moreover, the initial euphoria that they have while taking these drugs is never ever recaptured, and higher dosages are needed just to get by in life. It's a terrible and terrifying situation. The judgment is obscured. Mistakes are made. The pills and medications become more important to the person than their own wife, their own husband, their own children, their own friends and neighbors. It's a terrifying state. And willpower is useless in stopping such addictions, or near useless. What is needed is professional intervention, group therapy, family support, and also the very grace of God to unburden a person from what soon becomes a hell on earth for them. I'm never judgmental towards such people, and especially since my few experiences with taking painkillers seem so powerfully pleasurable. I can understand why someone would want to stay in that state. But you can't do it through drugs. And this is true also of the illegal drugs that permeate so much of our society. And sometimes people think, all right, I'll eventually get therapy, I'll kick this habit. But the danger is, unless you act today, right now, you don't know if you're going to have a tomorrow. While working in emergency rooms as a chaplain over the decades, I've seen people come in with drug overdoses, some young, some old, all in desperate straits. Some do not survive, and that's the tragedy. A second thing that happens is some that do survive might have so damaged their brains and their internal organs that they never completely recover. But there is hope at whatever stage you are at in your addiction. I pray that you'll cling to that hope. I pray that you'll find the strength to admit your weakness and to get the help you need, both professionally and personally. You can turn your life around and live in a drug-free state of mind that won't be euphoric, won't be perfect, but will be real and will be human. So your life has disappointed you. Join the club. Everybody has a disappointing life in one way or another. So you have failed others in the past. Well, repent of those failures. Ask God's forgiveness and bear down to do better in the present. You can do it with the help of God and professionals who specialize in helping people break the addictions that are robbing them of joy and happiness. May God be with you on your life's journey.